in. I trust that everyone is doing well this evening. My name is John Robinson, like my host says. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me loud and clear. All right, excellent. Well, I'm excited about being here with everyone and sharing this information. This information right now is so pertinent to what's happening in the market that I feel very excited about bringing this little bit of knowledge for people, and I'm shocked that more financial professionals are not talking about this. They're simply saying, "Oh well, the market goes up and down, so what can we say?" That's not good enough. I believe, you know, if you're in a situation where you don't know better, well, you work with what you have. But if you know better, you should do better. How many of y'all agree? If you know better, you should do better. And I just don't like my clients, my friends, my family, or myself to lose money, right? Uh, if you're investing is one thing, you got to be prepared for loss. But if you're trying to save for your retirement, it's a whole other ball game. I don't believe that you should be losing money in your savings. How many of y'all will save in a bag? How many of you will keep putting your money in a bag that had holes in it, and some of your money will be falling out? Not many people. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about uh, retirement savings strategies in a volatile market. Okay, we're in the part 7 of Putting Your Money to Work series. And we've been talking about putting your money to work for a few weeks now because this is a complex subject. It's not complicated. The difference between complex and complicated is complicated. Oh man, that's too much. I can't do that. So you move on. Complex means take your time. You can get it one thing at a time. And so I encourage people, you may not be majoring in finance, that may not be your strong suit, but when it comes to talking about your money, you must be willing to commit a little bit of time and deal with some of these things that are complex, not complicated. So let's talk about retirement savings strategies in a volatile market, right? So what is retirement? What do most of us understand as retirement? What do most of us think about when we think about retirement? You know, no more alarm clock in the morning, no getting up, no more fighting the Houston traffic, rolling over instead of rolling out of bed real early. How many of y'all used to go to work before the sun come up by an hour or two? I used to do that. I remember first time I had to go to work, was becoming an assistant manager. They told me I had to be there at 5:30 in the morning. I said, wait a minute. You mean I have to get up? No, no, no. You have to be there 5:30 in the and I was living an hour, 45 minutes to an hour away from that job. So needless to say, at 3:45 or 4 o'clock, I didn't jump out of bed. I rolled out of bed, knees first, hit the ground, and I started to pray because I needed help. But anyway, that's what retirement means for a lot of us. No more of that kind of stuff, right? Just having the time to do what you want to do, and it's even better when you have the money to do it with, right? So, what about our retirement savings? I mean, what do most people think about when we talk about retirement savings? You know, and so if you Google that definition, it talks about it. Retirement savings refers to the setting aside of money, often through a tax advantage. I would say a tax deferred rather than tax advantage. A tax deferred account like 401k or IRAs or 403bs, some of the others, you know, or some type of a pension program, right? And so we set that aside for those days when we no longer want to roll out or jump out of bed. For those days when it's rainy and cold, and you know, um, you're about 50, 59, 60, 70 years old, and your bones let you know what the weather's going to be before the weatherman. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. But I'm just saying, you set aside that money for then, right? So now, how precious is that? And so, what do we do when the market is crazy and we're saving our money and trying to save money? All right. So, volatility is an investment term that describes when a market or security experiences periods of unpredictable and sometimes sharp price movements. Y'all like how they say that? Sharp price movements. All right, so let me give you just a street term. Volatility is when the market is jumping up and down, and you could make money, but then again, you could lose money. So right now, we're experiencing the lose money part of it. I understand that the market has lost $5 trillion in the past 3 weeks. 5 trillion. Look, I, I was supposed to put on my timer. I forgot to put on my timer, so I'm gonna put it on now. So does that mean that I get some extra time? What does that mean? No, 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 no. I'm still gonna finish on time, you know. But so I don't care how nice they put it. When you lose money, you lose money. And it doesn't make you feel any better to have a nice term called sharp, sometimes sharp price movements. That doesn't make you feel any better when you lose your money. I promise you. I've been talking to a lot of people lately about this because this is the industry that I'm in. I'm in the financial service industry, and I noticed that they have many good terms to try to help you deal with this psychologically. Look, when your money's gone, it's gone. When you don't have enough money for retirement, you're in trouble. You may end up working. One of my clients that is looking to retire here in the next year or so, he's 70 years old. Said his brother is 77 and still working. No retirement in sight. And so the thing about that is, what we want to make sure is that when we work hard, we take our time and put our money aside. We don't want people playing with that. We want that money to be there for when we need it, right? So, what is market volatility? You know, it's also said volatility is an investment term. I think I went back to that slide, and maybe I needed to go back to that slide because I don't like to use the word investment along with retirement savings. Personally, I believe that you save for retirement, but you invest to have a chance at a better life. And it's just a chance. Um, it could go great or not. Um, so, just to make it a little more real, many businesses closed during COVID. Here in the Houston area, thousands of businesses closed. I can think of hotels that are still closed today, right? I've been there just as recently as a week or two ago. They're still closed. I can think of restaurants that are no longer here. Someone else is occupying the building, and some of the buildings are still empty. All these businesses belong to someone. There was someone's, and listen, the most common retirement plan for business people is I'm going to work hard. I'm going to build my business up real good. Then I'm going to sell it for a million or two or three, and I'm going to retire. So if that was that person's retirement plan, and now they're 65 or 67 years old, and their hotel or their restaurant just closed, what is their retirement plan now? See, that's the thing about trying to invest for retirement. An investment can go in either direction. But if you keep living, retirement is going to come. And there's going to be a time where you probably won't be able to work. You may want to, but you may not be able to. And so you should have some money at that point. This is why I say You save for retirement, but you invest to have a chance at a better life. If your investment doesn't work out and you didn't get a chance to make that happen, you should have your savings. That makes sense? All right. So that's what I wanted to mention here. I don't like using the term investment along with my retirement savings. Now, this is what's happening in the market. This is how the market is looking. You know, the red line is talking about the market being down. And now, some of the common market where people invest the money in the market, it's in the Dow Jones, people like to invest in stocks and in the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 and NASDAQ and so on. But these were the headlines of last week. They're all down, right? They were down for about 2 or 3 days. And then, was it last week or this week? It's been like that for a few weeks. And then they said, hey, market, came back up. This was the first part of this week, Monday. So the other one was last week. And so if you notice, I started to take a closer look. It says the Dow was up 360. Okay, but it was down 890. I think we still have a deficit. It says the S&P 500 was down 157. Well, it only came up 32. Where's the rest? Right? And then the NASDAQ was up 27. But last week, NASDAQ was down 727. That is a lot of money. It's a huge difference. And so this is important. And to a lot of people, this doesn't mean anything because I still don't understand everything I need to know about the stock market. I do know positive and negative numbers, right? 4%, 2.7%. What does that really mean? Well, they try to help me out. And what they said was that in the past 3 weeks, we lost about $5 trillion in the market. That wasn't for y'all. That's for me. That's to help me to understand what's going on. And I appreciate that. That's too much money. Way too much money. So and they always say that your 401k, your retirement savings, will be affected when you have this type of losses. I'm not in agreement with that. So what do we do? What do we do when the market is the way it is and we need to save for retirement? The first thing we do is we get educated. We got to understand that there are choices in where we save for retirement, right? There are many retirement instruments out there, but these instruments are in one of the three environments that you see here. It's either in a fixed environment, that's like the banks and some of those places. They say, okay, you're gonna make 2%, and that's it, or 3%, or 0 point nothing percent. It's a fixed situation. And then you have the variable market, when the money is in the stock market, and your money goes up and down, just like a roller coaster, up and down. When it's up, you're making money. Hey, when it's down, you're losing money, right? Then it comes back up again. Well, if my money was up here and then it goes down here, when it's going up, I still haven't recouped my money. I'm still in trouble. It's got to get past this line so that I can now begin to have a profit. That kind of stuff. And then, of course, you have the index market. And for some reason, many people just don't understand that this market exists. I didn't either up to till about a few years ago. But the index market says this: you put your money with us. When the market is up, we're going to make great interest. But when the market drops, your money's going to stay. Your money's not going to drop with it. I like that. See, I like my money going up like a stairway. See that? It's up and up and up. That's what I like it. And so the thing about that is we got to get educated and know that this is out there. Well, look at these instruments. There's a lot of instruments out there. And we talk about 401k, 403b, the pension plans and variable annuities and all this kind of stuff. We talk about Roth programs. Well, all of these programs here are in some type of environment. And so A lot of times you're offered one thing, and if you don't know to ask for more or for something else, you simply don't get it. So we need to know that we can have more. Just take a closer look. 401k, 403bs, IRAs, all these programs are in one of those three markets. All right. So, what do you want to save if you're going to use a 401k, if you're going to use a 403b, a 457, if you're going to use an annuity? Where do you want your money to grow? You know, I'm from Panama, and in Panama, gambling is legal. You have lottery, you have racehorses, you got casinos, you got all of that. I guess I got all my gambling out my system. But when it comes to my retirement savings, I don't want to gamble. I don't think the crap table or the roulette table or the baccarat table in Vegas is the best place to save for retirement. How about you? And as long as your money is in a variable program, then it's almost as if you were in Vegas. So I'm going to show you guys something else also. When you look at all these different interest crediting strategies, and a lot of the programs that you're going to be using, they have different interest crediting strategies that they allow you to use, right? And some of them have a charge for using the program, but some of them don't have a charge, right? And they'll let you, take advantage of the market and grow your money, sometimes more than 100%. All that means is that if the market is doing 5% and you're getting 100%, then you'll get 5% of your money, 5% interest. But if the market is doing 5% and you had a 275%, now your money is earning about 12.5% for you. And programs will let you do this without any charge. All I'm saying is we must take the time to be interested in understanding where our money is. I talk to people every day. They've been saving money in a 401k or a 403b or something for years, and they know nothing about the program that they're saving it in. It's time that we knew. So we want people to understand that we're here to help people. We want our community to know that the information is out there. We want our community to know that OIC 10K, we are here to help you. We are here to give you a free education and an understanding of the fact that you do have choices as to where and how you save, how you put away money for retirement. So I'm excited about having this opportunity to share with you guys. I look forward to